going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wonbyone Podcast. I'm your host, Obi Omegano. This is the show where we talk about the mindset, habits, systems that drive success both on and off the court. I'm here joined today with an old friend of mine, high school teammate, college buddy, professional basketball player now, James Woodard. James, what's going on, baby?
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
What's going on, man? Tell the people, who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Just give it a little intro.
All right, I'm James Woodard. I'm from OKC, born and raised. Arcadia, Oklahoma is my hometown. Went to high school at Edmond Memorial with Obi Omegano, state champions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, ended up going to college at the University of Tulsa, graduated in 2016. Then been playing professional overseas for 9 years, going on 10 years. So, you know, now we're here.
So for the people that don't know, and I'm talking about myself, what is Arcadia?
Arcadia is, a lot of people don't know. Arcadia is a small town. It was predominantly black growing up. Very small town. My grandfather was the mayor. And now my dad is the mayor. He was a deputy, and my grandfather passed away a year ago. And now my dad's taking over. But yeah, and then this weekend, every Labor Day, every year for like the past, this is going to be the 40th year. So for 40 years, they've been having this rodeo festival for Labor Day. It's one of the, I think it's one of the oldest and longest running predominantly black rodeos in Oklahoma. So, I'm just repping it, trying to support. And I ain't been in like over 10 years because of, when I was in college and then going overseas. I'm usually gone by this time, but
true.
This may be the first time in like over 10 years that I've been. It's like my favorite. It's like my favorite holiday or festival.
I've never been either. So Arcadia Edmond?
No, it is not Edmond. It's not. It's a legitimate question. It is not Edmond.
It's not Edmond.
But school district wise, I believe they I would say like consumed Arcadia for Edmond School District.
Are they so? But Edmond is expanding into Arcadia. Are these questions out of your jurisdiction?
A little bit. I don't know the whole.
Nah, and I asked no, but in all seriousness, so Arcadia, there's a lot of people from Arcadia, but I was just out there like last week. It's nice out there.
It is very nice, yeah.
But I don't know I don't know when it starts, when it stops, like when it stopped. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where it is. It's just it's east. It's just over there.
It's east of I-35. But I'm from the town. There's a town, and then you have like Arcadia.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's like Arcadia, there's an Arcadia town, and then there's, the whole area of Arcadia, which they have, their own area code, 396.
Oh,
I mean, like, 405 is OKC, but then like...
I didn't know that. I didn't know 396 was Arcadia.
396, yeah.
I didn't know that. But they rip hard out there in Arcadia. They're like...
Yeah, man, that's where, that's my roots, man.
Yeah.
My whole family, pretty much from my grandfather until me, and we grew up there. I know it my whole life. What was it like moving? So Memorial, then Tulsa. What was it like playing somewhere so close where everybody could be at? Did that play into your decision to stay there? Yes and no, but man, I didn't plan to. I didn't plan on doing it, but in Arcadia we did have a school. It shut down, and so that's when the Edmond district kind of expanded over, and we could go, into Edmond. But in middle school, I went to Northeast. And before that, in elementary, I went to Luther. So Luther is way past East. Yeah. I went to Luther. My mom was teaching there. Then she went to Northeast to teach there.
Okay.
Ended up going there to middle school. And then rumors of Northeast was shutting down. So that my mom, she just asked us like, you want to still go there or you want to go Edmond Memorial? I was just like,
Came to Edmond.
just went to Edmond, you know. And then some of my friends, like, you know, a couple friends from Marquette, they ended up going to Edmond too. And so it was like, we just go to Edmond.
As far as going to Tulsa, though, going to TU.
TU, for me, that wasn't playing. I was like, it was the best situation for me. They were doing that recruiting process, man. I was stressed out of my mind.
Going to Tulsa before you?
Well, just choosing where to go.
Yeah, for sure.
The other options was like OSU offered me. OSU offered Creighton, and then like Missouri State and Wichita State. OSU was I prayed about it. It was between OSU and TU,
really?
But it was between OSU, TU, and Creighton. But my mom, shout out to my mom. I love you, mama. She had made this like basically like a checklist, checking all the boxes like campus, education, basketball.
Sure.
And she's like, and then when I filled it out, like TU checked all the boxes of what I wanted to do. And so it helped me choose TU. And like the way they was recruiting me, like shout out to Coach Wojcik. But the way he was recruiting me, he came to my house. I went to campus. He showed me around. He's calling me all the time. He showed up to my games.
From a young senior in high school, going to be a freshman at TU, when you got on campus, what was your first initial thoughts? Basketball-wise, school-wise, campus-wise, what was your initial thoughts?
When I was on campus, man, I was like, wow, it's really nice here. Like, it was really nice. It's a small campus. Yeah. I think around 5,000 students, something like. It's a private school, but man, like the night, it was green. It was very well taken care of. It was nice. They were starting new things. I think it was new freshman dorms they just had built and finished. I liked the gym, loved the gym when I walked in there. And just the vibe, the love, you know, that was my type of vibe, like kind of a little smaller, not too overwhelming. And, you know, it was cool.
What was your first experience that said, okay, I'm in college now? When you got there, what was the first thing that you experienced that you were like, dang, this is different? With regards to basketball specifically.
With regard to basketball?
Yeah, specifically.
Oh, man, when we got there, man, and we started working out.
What was that like?
Bro.
But let me ask you from a serious perspective, though. From a kid that's never been to college, give us a visual of what it's like.
Man, you get on campus, and I remember we were staying in the dorms across from the gym. Literally right across from the gym. And so going into the dorms and you got roommates, you know, with your teammates, and like just that experience right there is like, wow, we really in college.
You guys stayed in the dorm together, just a team?
Yeah, because and then with me it was a special case.
Team only.
Yeah, well, it was bad. It was just sports because, you know, when you show up in the summer, it's mostly just athletes. Right. Everybody's at home,
right? And
so it was some football. It was strictly for like freshmen, like underclassmen.
Okay.
And so we were in there, and my situation when I went, we were all freshmen. Like 80% of the team was freshmen.
New guys.
Yeah, we was all new. And you know, Coach Wojcik when I signed my letter intent, Coach Wojcik had got fired. And then that's when Danny Manning came in.
I remember.
Danny Manning came in, and he came to my house and he straight up told me, like, you know, we want you to be here. You know, he was still interested and wanted me to come. I was like, okay, cool. And what got me to stay with him is when I asked him, like, you know, I was being straight up. Like, I asked him about, like, minutes. What's the chances of me, you know, playing? And he just straight up said, it just depends on you. And I was like, cool. Because with me and, like, you know, our mentality, we going to work for ours. You know, we want to earn it.
Yeah.
And then at least we get that opportunity, like, for me to earn it. You know, some places may be different where upperclassmen or the situation, but if you playing the way you're supposed to play, you're going to get your chance. And so I respected that.
When you look back at your college career, what would you say defines it the most? What defines your college career?
That's a good question.
Think about it. What do you think defined your college career?
I think it was just the toughness that we had.
Okay.
Cause we was pushed, man. Like for us to come in as all freshmen with, Shakir Harris, and then Markel, he came the year after, uh, Rashad Ray, Brandon Swanigan, Rashad Smith, DeAndre Wright, all of us like being so young, and then we coming in there and like when I tell you we all question, like, is this worth it? Because they really like pushed us to our limits. Like,
I think that's kind of typical when you get to a high major college school.
yeah,
And I think that when you look back now, you look at that and you're like, well, that's why I am the player I am now.
exactly. And there's been times like overseas, I would have to look back. Like, if I can make it through that, I can make it through anything.
Right.
And I mean, I carry that to this day. Like, it's to have that toughness to know that you can push your body and push your mind to such like high and exhausting limits, like, and still be able to come out and reap the benefits of that. Like, man, and that's and during that college career, like, we would push so hard. And shout out to our strength coach, Ryan Horn, who was not playing about us. Like, he didn't care. He was like the extra coach, even for the basketball, like the extended coach of the basketball staff. He was the one
Right.
that mentally shaped us for that toughness, like putting our bodies through this. He wasn't just, do this workout. We doing this workout just to maintain your body. He like planned it for the long haul. Like our sophomore season, when we won our conference championship and won the conference tournament, like, if we didn't have him, I don't know if we win in that.
How do you feel about that side of sport, basketball specifically, in athletes today? So you think that was the mental side of it, the grind, how hard you guys worked. How does that apply to athletes today?
Man, it's different. I think. I don't.
So part of it, a lot of guys say that athletes are afraid, not afraid, but athletes aren't working as hard, right? That's like the thing is, as we get older, you're like, man, these guys aren't working as hard. These guys aren't as good. What do you think?
That's that. I'm laughing.
Is there some validity to that?
Man, I'm laughing because I feel like I'm an old head now.
Is there some validity?
Because I truly believe that. I mean, and like, the generation before us probably was thinking that too.
That's the balance that I'm trying to figure out, is like, and I go around to asking people, what were we doing back then? How good were we back then? Because I don't know. It's like, but I look at the kids now but we're obviously a little bit biased, right?
I can't, and that's where I have to take a step back. Like, am I being biased, or do I really believe like they not working hard? Because I feel like their bodies are more frail than ours. It look just from looking, the eye test, and they didn't have, strength coach yelling at you and you need to put on 15 pounds, and now I think it's more skill based.
I think it might be a little bit. I mean, it's hard to say. You never want to say that, but it's hard to say what's making the difference. But I want to ask about what it's been like in your professional journey. So you've played in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
You've played in Poland, you've played in Greece, you've played in Turkey. Where else have you played?
Italy, Macedonia,
Lithuania. What's been the biggest adjustment on the court, on and off the court for you, actually?
The biggest adjustments on and off the court. The biggest adjustments on the court was the actual game, like how to really think. My IQ, I specifically remember actually figuring out the game was my second year in Lithuania, which was probably the hardest year for me mentally. Because, it was a bunch of stuff off the court that wasn't going on. it was hard to live there. Where I was living was hard. Emily, we was together, but she was working back in the States, so she wasn't living with me.
Mm-hmm.
It was just hard. And then, we had players coming in and out. I think that year we probably had, 10 different players on that team. So it was wild. But I I had to lock in because I had to make a decision. Do I want to quit pretty much? Like, like change teams or bet on my, and I didn't, it's my second year. So I didn't have a name for myself.
Right.
I didn't have a name for myself. It's like, do I take a risk changing teams, getting something even worse than this, or for fighting through this, gaining the respect and building a name for myself and playing through it? And I did that, and it actually worked out because I really locked into the game and how it's played, the decisions I had to make in certain situations, how to read the pass out of a hedge, how to read short roll, how to read the pick and roll, pretty much, how to move off ball, like things like that, just little things. So that's on the court. Off the court was, I would say, my taking care of my body and nutrition. I was always prone to like cramping and stuff. Like cramping was big for me, like, cause I play hard. Like I play hard, and sometimes I don't know how hard I play, but I started to figure out to properly eat before, even the timing of eating, and that helped me, my body, and like cramping and just being able to maintain your strength too, not lose too much weight and not gain too much weight, but the time of the eating helped me out, and I could feel the difference in my performance when I did the right thing. So,
what are some of the things I want to touch on this first, and then we'll get back to how difficult it was and what you did when you were struggling in Lithuania. But first, I want to talk about the diet side of it. Because for all the athletes, even as a professional, I mean, I talk about me being plant-based for 8 years, you obviously, and when I was probably in college, I was eating really healthy still, and you guys were talking about me eating healthy, and everybody was kind of making fun of me eating healthy, right? Everybody was making fun of me eating healthy, and then as you got older, you're like, man, I remember you calling me like, hey man, what is that? What's in that picture? I'll post pictures on Instagram. What's in that bowl? What do I need to do? But you had to find your own way. Talk to us about that journey. What was that like? When did you start to realize that what you were doing, what you were eating wasn't working?
Man, like, I had to figure out the hard way, man. I had to figure out the hard way.
We all do, though.
Yeah,
like do. You didn't end up with a bunch of surgeries, though, so you were blessed.
But you just be in that pain, make you change.
Facts.
When you're in pain, it'll make you do stuff that you're desperate for. Because I started getting strains, like little strains, and overstretching, pulled muscles and stuff. And I finally figured out, like, it was because of my nutrition, my eating, man. Like, my body wasn't being hydrated properly. I wasn't getting the necessary fuel and calories before I would play. And then I started playing international. And so, those games and traveling, it'd be back to back, and it's hard on you. And so if you're not doing it right, and that's when I started calling you about, like, hey, like, this is why people do the things you do. I was eating terrible.
Draw us a picture. Man. Because and then a lot of us are athletes, and a lot of people think it's just normal. A lot of people, they see, as Americans living in America, you don't know. You see what everybody else is doing. Mm-hmm. But then you go to Europe, you've been in Europe, you see what's really going on, what they're eating, how they're eating, how they're structuring. So what did you go from to?
I went from American fast foods stuff.
Well, how were you eating fast food like that?
I mean, not all the time. Hey, bro, I mean, pretty much.
I had a teammate that told me he cooked twice the entire season.
I had a teammate that literally eats. He eat KFC. He eat KFC or Pizza Hut, or he eat American fast food
every day,
all the time. Before the game, we'll be on the road. and he got it delivered to his crib, and he'll have like a liter of Coke too. Like
You'll be
he'll go and play crazy. Like he plays well, but he was younger than me.
That's the thing.
But I'm like,
you'll be amazed how many people diets are and they don't know.
They don't know.
And as an athlete, bro, you're just gonna kill your body.
Yeah,
you're gonna kill your body.
You won't feel it until it's pretty much too late. And so for me, I started feeling it. I started calling you. I'm like, bro, what's good? And then like, but in Europe, like, it's normal for them to eat that way. Like, it's normal. We go to a hotel. It's the same food out there. Like, salad. You have salad, vegetables, a protein, and then a pasta is there.
Yeah.
And it's just normal.
Basic, just basic.
Yeah, it's just basic and normal. So I got accumulated to that, and like I transitioned from that, and like, when me and Emily, when she started coming over and living together, man, we found ourselves like cooking 90% of the time. We rarely ate out. We cooked all the time. Like,
what year was that?
I started noticing in my body. What year was that?
Yeah, what year you think you really started like eating well? Like started eating like an adult. That's what eating like an adult.
In Germany, when she came with me in Germany and my first year in Germany in 2018, 2019.
Okay, yeah.
We was 2019, 2020, right before COVID. So yeah, we was locked in. And it in some places force you because you can't get what you want
right.
Everywhere. So I started eating better, and that was probably one of my best years in my career, playing wise too.
Take me back to Lithuania.
It was hard, man. That's all I can say. It was hard. I was in a village. Like, it was only 5 total restaurants. 2 of them was in hotels.
Jeez, that's how those.
It was like one subway, and it was like miles away. But we was 30 minutes from Kaunas. But you're not trying to make that drive. But I couldn't make that drive all the time because we was sharing. It was 3 foreigners sharing one car, an old 2000 Ford Focus. And one day it broke down.
No way.
On a game day.
No way.
We had to push the car.
No way.
We had to push the car to like on that gas station, like a parking lot. And our teammate had to come pick us up. Yes, man. When I tell you it was hard. And then that year, players was in and out. We had different players like every month. And then what's crazy is we was playing FIBA Europe Cup. I don't think the team expected us to go to like out of the qualification. We made it out of the qualification. So they're like, oh, okay. Went to the group phase, and we actually did well in the group phase too. And then we didn't make it to the next group, but they didn't make it. I don't think they expected us to make it that far.
How do you stay level? How do you stay level during that time? How did you stay level during that time?
Oh man, it was nothing but God and prayer, man. And then also shout out to Dominique Franks, Oklahoma legend.
Okay.
But he would send me like daily devotionals from the app he was using, and like he was keeping me grounded and keeping me in the loop. I forever am grateful for him because like that was truly one of the hardest years. Like when Emily did come to visit, she came to visit me for 2 weeks. When she was there, when she first came, she said she cried because where I was living, and she just like couldn't believe like how I was going through that. I'm in a little apartment where you walk in, you just see the kitchen, and then you look to the left of the bedroom, and then you got like the bathroom, the toilet, and like that's it. I didn't have a TV. They gave me a TV, but it's like a monitor, like a 24-inch maybe.
But see, and that's kind of what I want to talk about, man, because everybody sees you and they see James Woodard and they're like, TBT, James Woodard.
Yeah.
Pro athlete, James Woodard, but they don't know what that was like, man. And A lot of people don't know what that's like as a professional athlete, what overseas Europe is like. You know, a lot of people, they compare it to what NBA is like, you know, and they think that it's the same. It's not nearly the same. Now, it has its perks, don't get me wrong, but you might end up in a spot like that.
And you gotta choose. Like I had to choose. I had to choose for myself, make a name for myself, continue the game that I love and try to maximize it, or how I see kids today, if they don't like something, they just go somewhere else. And over there, it's like it'll do more harm than good. Changing the scene, changing the scenery, changing places, if you don't like something. I just wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised to be a quitter. I was raised to just to persevere, man, and push through. And then I can live with the results, see what happens after that.
How many years have you been a professional athlete?
9 years. This will be my 10th season this year.
Congrats, man. A decade. Congrats. That's big time.
Man, like
you're a vet.
Super vet.
Super vet. You're
super vet.
Hey, you're a super vet.
I mean thinking about it, like not a lot of people get to that,
you're a super vet.
I mean, now I know because I'm telling you, like, I'm not noticing how old I'm getting until, like, younger dudes is really be asking for advice or,
I'm officially old, bro. I fought it for so long. I was telling people, don't call me coach. All right, my name is Obi. Don't call me coach. I kind of gave into it.
You got to.
I've gave into it.
You got to because,
jeez.
When they just continually coming to you for advice.
And the worst is the parents. What's up, coach?
I'm like, yeah. There you go.
So I'm coach now.
It's official. Yeah.
I'm coaching. So how many different teams you been on?
I've been on every year.
Okay.
Every year.
Okay. So how do you keep your confidence high when your roles change every year, when your teams change every year, new cities, new teammates, new coaches? How do you keep your confidence high?
Man, it's just the work you put in. There's nothing but the work. The work gives you the confidence. The studying of the game, watching the film, like all that gives you confidence because in basketball and the bucket in the basketball never changed. I mean, maybe some people, but the actual game really don't change. So it evolves. You might see some different things, but at the end of the day, man, like it don't really change. You just gotta stay in your routine, stay with the work, doing things you're supposed to do, and trying to progress yourself. Try to get better every time you get out there.
So the confidence comes from the work.
Yeah, preparation, man.
All right. So if you don't have confidence, then
you ain't working. It's simple.
There you go.
Man, it's simple, man.
You're not working hard enough.
Yeah, you're not working hard enough. And I love basketball because it's always evolving. It's always something not really new, but it would be something different. And you can always gain knowledge because it's always evolving.
It's really hard for me, man. It's really hard because parents, athletes, kids, students come to me and it's struggling with confidence. My kid's struggling with confidence. How do they get confidence?
Man, you gotta work, man. You gotta work, and then
and the answer, it's hard. The answer is hard though. Cause I don't want to give them the answer, but because they want you to fix the problem. They don't want us. They don't want to hear what's wrong. You know what I mean? And
no, yeah,
and so the answer to your problem, to your question is and it's okay though. They think that because they don't have confidence, there's something wrong with them. You don't have confidence because you haven't worked hard enough, and that's okay. That's something we can fix.
We can
fix
totally
that.
Physical.
But the problem is that they think that they're working hard enough, and they're like, "Well, I'm working hard, and I don't have confidence. So what's the issue?" Well, it's you're not working hard enough though.
Man,
it's got to be up here. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times that's the issue that we see is just people just you haven't done enough volume.
Mm-mm.
You need more.
You need more. Like growing up, I used to not like Kobe. I was always LeBron.
Hater.
I was.
You're just a hater.
I was. But the more
I didn't like him either.
the more I grew up,
He's like a robot.
yeah, but
How you make every shot,
bro?
Yeah.
The more I grew up and more I understood things about Kobe and the way he did stuff and why he did it is because of the work he put in. The way he was, the way he acted was strictly because he felt like he worked hard.
And I like it.
And it's like,
why would I'm double teamed. Why would I pass it to him? He doesn't work hard enough. I'm going to shoot it. I like it.
And if you don't really and if you don't work hard and you don't understand that
offends you.
Bro, you're not going to like that answer.
This shot here with two guys on me is a better one than you open. I'm sorry.
Again, that's why I didn't like him. But as I grew up and understood and listened to him and listened to other people and watch him, I'm like, bro, that's why he did that.
I'm going to shoot this turnaround with my left because it's the percentage is higher of me making this one than you shooting the open one.
But it's crazy. That's crazy. But the things you hear, like him being up 4 or 5 in the morning in the gym. He can do that.
He earned it.
He's got it in a sweat before people eat breakfast.
He earned that right.
And it's
just
the work you put in.
I just wish we could cut the clip of Kobe talking trash at the practice. Please somebody cut that clip. Oh gosh, and place it here. That'll be the highlight of my day. That'll be the highlight of my day. If we can cut that clip and post it here, I'll be so happy.
But it's like you just gotta understand certain things. It's just like, bro, it's just the work. The work you put in is the results you will get. And for us, that's why we think the way we think when we see kids like that. When we see people younger than us struggling mentally or, just things like that because we feel like we worked hard.
Yeah.
And we feel like we break through, we could break through that threshold because of the work we put in.
We sit here and we joke about it, man. And I joke about it all the time. And at the end of the day, what we're saying is real, which is that you're probably not working as hard as you think you are. And that goes for everybody. Literally goes for everybody, myself included. Mm-hmm. And so, but with that knowledge, understand that you need to work harder. You need to work harder, and like I said, we joke about it, man. And I tell parents and kids this all the time is, you're going to struggle with confidence. It's normal. There's nothing wrong with you because you're struggling with confidence. I struggle with confidence all the time. That's why I started this. I talk about it all the time, right? That's why we're all here. We talk about it, but understanding that you still have, you need to understand that there's more work to be done. Exactly. And that's the first answer. Exactly. Right? Don't kick that one down the line. A lot of people try to kick that one down the line. That's the first one. Face that one first. And then we can talk about the other stuff after.
Yeah. And I feel like that too with the way they're being trained, the way they're playing. We got better strictly out of the love of the game. Mm-hmm. We truly love the game. We didn't need trainers and coaches to push us to like that. You know what I'm saying? We would just go outside. If we're by ourselves, we're going to get our shots up by ourselves. If we got other people, we're going to be like, hey, we want to hoop. You know what I'm saying? It would be like that. I feel like a little bit of that is cutting in the way of some of these kids. It's like they're kind of being pushed by somebody else and not themselves.
Let me devil's advocate, though. Let me devil's advocate, though, because you're right. But I'm going to play on their side for a second. They have distractions that we didn't. I come home from school, I didn't have nothing to do. I'm going outside. What else am I going to do? Play a video. I don't have a video game. Don't have a cell phone. I don't have nothing. I'm going outside. Don't have cable. I'm going outside. You know what I'm saying? Kids nowadays, they come home, they got 2 iPads, a laptop, and a cell phone. Kid got a cell phone, he's 11 years old. I'm like, why do you have a cell phone?
Dang.
They have all these games. They got think about it.
Yeah.
Go check their TikTok. They've been on TikTok 6 hours today. You know what I'm saying? Kids will just doom scroll so they have all these creative outlets and they've got all these things to weigh, and their minds can't weigh all these things. Our minds, we just had one thing to do. I'm gonna come home. I sat there, no cable, no phone, no TV. I mean, no game system. I'm sitting there. I'm there with my sister. She's like watching some, you know, some TV, some show on TV. She's older. I can't change the channel. I don't want to sit there anymore. I'll go outside. We've got literally a basket. I say this, I'm old. Golly, I'm old. We had a basket. I had a basket there once before. And then we had a hoop, but just go outside and shoot because I didn't have nothing else to do. So, you know, for the kids, so just to give them just a little bit of perspective, you know, they've got to fight that. It's hard for me because I don't know what to say. Like when I have a kid, you've got kids. When I have a kid, I'd like to say I'm going to do no screen time. I would like to say that, you know, but I know it's hard.
I'm saying that.
You doing screen time for your kids? Do they have screen time?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
They don't have no screen? They don't have
because we tried it and we seen how
really?
We seen the effects.
Really? Wait, so do they have a tablet? Do your kids have a tablet?
They have only if we go, like
y'all monitor it for real.
I mean, no, we only give it to them like pretty much if we on a road trip,
really,
and they can just watch a movie or something.
So you let them sit there and be bored.
Go play. Play. You don't have toys for nothing. Go play. Figure it out. You don't have a backyard for nothing. Go outside.
Figure it out. You're not bored enough.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
And so I mean, but like I said, we tried it. Like we tried it. Like here, we had some games on the iPad, on the tablet. Here, take it. And we seen how just they can literally be on there for hours,
zoned out,
and then you try to take it from them, and they lose their mind. Lose their mind, bro. Like we said, nah, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Like we just now it's like they don't even ask for it. And then TV, like they're not really into TV like that anyway. So
you opened the door for us, man. This is where I wanted to go. So I'm glad we're here. Fatherhood. Talk to me.
I love it. It's the best hood.
So last time I had you, for you guys don't know, what number was he? Was he number? You were number one?
I think I was number one.
My brother, shake my hand. Number one. You were the first one?
I think so.
He was.
I think so, man.
Episode number one. And that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
there was a lot. If you guys haven't listened to that episode, definitely tune in. That is actually, to this day, I think that is our best. That's the most viewed episode.
Is it really?
To this day, I think it's the most viewed episode.
And I had poor audio.
Listen. So you came a long way from there, man. We had obvious family. Walk us through it. Give us the rundown. Just touch back there on episode one, so people kind of, and then move it. You know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, me and Emily, we got married in 2019. Then we got pregnant with my firstborn in Germany in 20. He was born February 9, 2020, but he was stillborn. That was our first child. His name is James Woodard. And he was stillborn in Germany. One of the hardest. It is the hardest day, saddest day of my life. But we made it through. Got 2 more beautiful babies. Next year was Kaya. Yeah. Next year is Kaya. A rainbow baby, a beautiful daughter. She's 4 now. And now I have Akil. He's 2, about to be 3. Then now we got another one on the way. But you know,
snaps for baby. The new baby Woodard on the way.
Yeah. So, but like, you know, it's nothing but God, man. I thank God for my family. You know, getting us through that time with Caius, and allowing us to have the confidence and still blessing us to continue to have children and healthy babies. So, you know, we are blessed, and we're truly thankful because, you know, it's truly a great gift.
God is good, man. God is good. Yeah, so when we started the Wonbyone podcast, this was 3-4 years ago. It was the Wonbyone Mental Health Podcast. He was the first guest on here. You guys can see my shirt, Self Love Club. So for you guys that don't know, Wonbyone started as a mental health brand. From everything that I've kind of came up through and all the guests that we've had as well. James came on and shared his story, which was an amazing story, kind of opened the door for us into that space. And it's beautiful now to just see him here back with us again. 3 babies now, man, coming. And so, God is good, man. And I know I know you're a huge family man, and that has played a huge part in your success, your life, everything that you've done. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys, the family, the Woodards, man, my next door neighbors.
We really neighbors.
This is my next door neighbor, by the way, neighbors. For y'all that don't know. Really, we left our home, our neighborhood, to drive to the studio to then record the episode.
Yeah, but yeah, man, because that time, to go through that while overseas basketball was, it was crazy, man. And then that happened mid-season,
Mm-hmm.
and you still had to figure out, like, because basketball is everything to me. It's still everything. I love basketball. But when that happened, like, it's just, basketball felt so small to me, man. And to see my wife and for us to, go through that and not really have any information on it. Like, we never knew. You just didn't really know about it because people don't really talk about it, and I understand why after going through it. But figuring out after we went through it, there was people close to us that went through it, and so there was a lot of support, a lot of love. But then to have that, go through that, and then get back on the basketball court, it was tough. But we did it. We pushed through.
Man, your story, as powerful as it was, I know it opened so many doors. It opened the door for everybody to come on this podcast and share. Like, you being vulnerable right there opened the door for every guest following to come on the podcast and say, if he was able to be that vulnerable on this show, there's nothing, I can come on there and say whatever I need to say and get whatever I need to get off my chest. So,
and I want to thank you for that, because in those situations, it'd be men specifically. It's hard to get an outlet,
Sure.
because a man, you feel like a man's role is to just provide, protect,
Yeah.
And then I was trying to be there for my wife because we was both struggling, but the way I see her struggling, like, I'm trying to put everything on the back burner, like, just to make sure she's all right, because that's my wife. I love her. It's from a woman's perspective, it's different because she was carrying the baby, and, like, things, like, her world was shattered. Both our worlds were shattered, but for men, like, I couldn't really give, be vulnerable or, really put it out there like that. But
you had to be.
You gave me that space, and I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Like, because like I said, when men go through it too, and they don't really talk about it, but especially if it's a significant other that you really love and care for, like, you're gonna try to be there for them. But yeah, that gave me a space to, like, kind of get stuff on my chest.
That's been the whole thing for me, man, is vocal. Like, I try to be vocal, and I try to just, speak what's on my mind and speak how I'm feeling, man, because that's empowering for everybody else. And for, like I said, seeing what you did for everybody else, but I try to be that way in my life, and to just be open about what I'm struggling, how I'm feeling, what's going on. Because as men, we don't have those outlets. And as high achieving men, it's almost, you don't want to be looked at as being weak. It's enough for people who are not as well established as yourself. Like, it's even harder for those people because they they feel like they don't have anybody to look back on and anybody kind of supporting them. You've had more people supporting you, more fans, whatever, right? Whatever, in that sense. But it's hard for us in general to feel like we can open up and talk to people. So it was cool for me to be able to present and provide that space for people to come, because I mean, we all going through something.
Something, man. We always going through something, but and then everybody has their own way of dealing with something or being vulnerable in that space. Like, my wife, she started blogging. Like, she was typing and writing it down. I think for me, I mean, I don't really talk much, but I felt like it was just better for me to just say whatever I was feeling.
For sure.
And you gave me the outlet, man, for real.
Sure.
And because, man, it was still hard. Like,
Yeah. And let you know that we got you, bro.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to be ashamed about here. Nothing to be not ashamed, but like feel like you can't be vulnerable, man. I got your back, man. We all going through it. You know what I'm saying?
And back then, like, I wasn't really into, I mean,
for sure,
I'm not into, but I just didn't understand the significance of mental health, like the effects of going through traumatic experiences can really do to you mentally, not only mentally, but physically. Like, because if you get depressed, like, you stop eating or you'll stop, taking care of yourself and doing stuff like that. And sometimes you don't even notice it because the traumatic experiences just clouded you and put you in a space where you're just stuck in life, basically. And so going through that, it lets me know how significant mental health is. It's the weight that it carries on any human being, and you gotta have support and love from not only yourself, but you gotta have a community. You gotta have a little village. For me, I depend on God, and that was a moment that tested my faith to the most. But God showed me that, like, just let me take care of that. Like, let me just put it in my head, like, I'm gonna take care of you, man. Don't worry about this. And so that's what I did. And now everything, my family, we're still growing. And the thing about traumatic experiences is like wounds. Like, it's like wounds. You can heal from them, but the wound's still there. It's just a reminder of what you've been through. It's healed, but it's still sensitive.
For sure.
If you touch on it, but it's just a reminder of what you went through, and then let you know that you came out stronger and better. And it shapes you. It shapes you as a human being. It shapes your character. And it shaped me tremendously, like, from a spiritual growth into the man I am today and how I feel about certain things. The sensitivity I have towards others has grown, like the empathy, because I didn't have much empathy because you don't even think about it. You don't think about simple thing as, hey, when you going to have kids? I'm not going to ask that. I know not to ask that to people now.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what they're going through. Yeah. It's just simple stuff like that. You don't know what people are going through.
That's right.
You could, your wife could be going to have PCOS or you could be infertile or something. You just don't know. And so we know not to ask people that type of stuff. We know just simple things, just, more, just being more human,
They say behind every successful man is a strong woman. What role has Emily played in your life?
Pivotal. I remind her. Emily, she knows this. I remind her all the time. I said, if something happens to you, I'm done. I'm done. I'm cooked. Because she is pivotal.
Oh, she takes care of everything.
She take care of everything. I can't stress it enough. Like, I love her so much. I need to pull up
Dylan Ennis. You seen Dylan Ennis and Megan? You know Dylan.
Yeah.
And Megan made a video. Megan was like, "Hi, I'm Megan. I take care of the house and everything else." And Dylan says, "Hi, I'm Dylan. I take care of," and the camera.
We need to do that.
I was thinking, I'm like, hey, shout out Dylan. I'm thinking like, dang, bro, that's how every man feel, bro.
Listen, pivotal.
Yeah. Shout out to the women out there.
Literal backbone.
Shout out to the women, man.
Yeah, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she does. I mean, just the smallest things that you don't really, you don't really take, like, you don't want to take for granted, like the stuff that they do. Like, when you go and you having long practice, come home and you got cooked food. She done cooked food.
It's nice.
But you don't understand, like, okay, maybe she's not working, or like, Dylan and Megan.
Yeah.
They look at the basketball wives like stay at home wives. They live in their bed like, but don't stay at home.
They working.
What?
Working.
What? Like, we talked to Emily's mom before, and she rather work than be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Because listen, you just go to work and like you're not dealing with kids for a whole day.
Yeah.
A whole day dealing with taking care of kids, little bitty kids, changing diapers, feeding them, figuring out what to feed them. That is, bruh.
It's funny, man. I don't have no kids, but I deal with parents. All these parents with these little kids. Like, I got some parents with some little kids, 3rd, 4th grade kids. They running around, just running, bro, running. And I see them, and they're not working, but I see them, and they're like exhausted. And I'm like, dang, I'm sorry.
Sometimes that little time of them running around is your little break. And you just like, oh my God.
Good to relax.
What? Because how many times do you have to figure out for yourself what to eat?
It's a lot. I got to figure out it's a lot. I got a kid. I shouldn't say that. She might get mad. Man, it's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. And so imagine you gotta worry about feeding somebody else. You gotta figure out what to feed somebody else, bro.
I do gotta worry about feeding somebody else.
You know what I'm saying?
Drive me crazy. I don't got no kids.
You gotta figure out what to feed them, and you gotta figure, and then now they in school. You gotta keep track of school schedule.
Yeah.
You gotta keep track what day it is. I think we just put them in school. They gave us a paper of different days. They got dress days, little special days.
It's a lot.
And you gotta
bro.
keep.
They're little humans.
They're little humans with little lives with no responsibility.
You taking care of all of it.
You gotta take care of everything.
I know. I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. Like, I want to have kids, but I'm scared, bro.
Oh, I love it though. I love it.
I'm not gonna have no time to do anything.
Well, yeah, and so.
I'm not gonna have time to do anything.
When you're a new parent, that's why I've been telling people, like, listen, if you want kids, be 100% sure. Because when they say having kids changes your life, literally changes.
Yeah.
Your life becomes a schedule forever.
I started being a little bit more relaxed on people, man, because like forever I've been an athlete. I'm like, like working out is just what you do, right? What you do. Now, being in the business world now and having to go like schedule my workout, I got chat scheduling workouts. I'm like, I don't want to do this no more, bro.
You know me. I go where the wind blows.
Man,
I can just get up. Them days I remember just getting up. You hit me up.
Yeah,
let's get in the gym.
Yeah, come on.
I'm there in 10 minutes.
I haven't seen you. You're my next friend. I haven't seen you since you've been home,
bro.
I see you in the car.
I'm gotta hit you a week in advance. Tell me what day and what time.
Hey, bro, you are my next door neighbor, bro. I didn't see you for a month.
I know.
When you got home.
We going back and forth. Like, I need the time. Oh, that's not working. Hey, let's try next day.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot. Kai got this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Akil got to go here. Oh, doctor's appointments. Doctor's appointments.
Life.
Everything, bro. Everything's a schedule.
Life.
Everything. I love it. And that's why I keep saying, Emily, you're so pivotal. Nothing can happen to you.
Nothing can happen to you.
I'm not a scheduler. She is big scheduler.
Oh, facts, bro. I got emails right now. I'm looking through on my thing. Vacations plan. I look at it. Just send it to me. You know what I'm saying?
She got color-coded schedules type
That's
stuff.
Nice.
And I'm not doing that.
It's too much brain bandwidth for me to do that. So
I got a big head, but the capacity to store all that is crazy. I couldn't do it.
So what's next for you, man? What's next for you? How old are you?
I'm 31.
31. Golly, what's next? How many years you got left? What are we thinking? God willing, of
God
course.
willing. Oh, the big plan was just do 10, but I'm gonna have to do about 1 or 2 more.
Do you want to?
No,
I mean, I know you want to, but like obviously it's your Wayne fam. Obviously,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to.
How's the body feel?
It's fine.
Yeah,
The body is fine.
it's feeling solid, feeling
It's
decent.
feeling solid. Yeah. I'm good because
Yeah.
I still can dunk, which
Yeah.
is crazy. You know, that's another thing about like working out and stuff. Like, especially if you're a lifter, you got to keep lifting.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Yeah.
And so when I started, it was 1 year was I really wasn't lifting like I should have been, and so I was barely dunking. But then I started lifting again, I can dunk again.
Your body, man, and people don't understand. Like, look at me. I love to lift, but it's hard sometimes.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you have to.
You have to.
You have to. You have to.
Because you really feel it when you miss it. Like,
as an athlete, you have to. And like younger athletes don't understand. You have to lift.
You have to.
Every time I've been through, just like you, I've been through periods where I thought, let me just try to not lift and see if I can get away with it. I get injured every year. Every time I try that, I get injured.
Yes.
That's not, and I learned that, man, like to the best ability is availability.
Oh boy, that's a bar. Yeah.
The best ability is availability, right?
Yeah.
And the best way to stay available is you have to lift. People look at NBA players, like I lift on game days. People look at NBA players, they lift on game days. Yes, because the schedule is so hectic that like that's one of the prime times to get a lift in, you know? And so you have to find creative ways, 30-minute, 45-minute, 15-minute, 10-minute core. You know, you got to find ways to constantly chip at that rock, man. And it's hard. And I think we'll go through periods, I know I have, where I'm like, I'll go 4 days without lifting, and you start to struggle. Like immediately, you start to feel yourself getting out of shape, getting weaker, getting aches, getting pains. And a lot of that, you know, what is your lift like now? Is it more maintenance? Is it more rehab? I think I'm sure I know the answer to that, but
yeah, you do. Elite rehab, man, and you put me on that.
Yeah,
and it's funny. It's to a point now where like I will bust out in anywhere, any setting,
anywhere,
either a stretch or some type of movement. Because I'm like, oh, I feel this.
Yeah.
Let me. So yeah, like it's pivotal because I think we're at that point where if you don't do it, the consequences, like your joint, you get stiff, you just can't do it, you can't afford it.
I'm gonna say this phrase, and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Ready? Retirement. It's the word.
Soon.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Okay, here, let's try this again.
Retirement.
Life after basketball. That was the real one. Then I went retirement, then it backfired. So let's just go with the original. Life after basketball. What do you see?
I see coaching.
Okay. What kind of coaching?
I'm trying to figure it out. Either at the highest level or I think my mental will have to be high school. I think for me, yeah.
You'd like to be a high school coach?
I have to test the waters. I'm going to test it out.
Sure.
But I think so. I think that's my calling.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Okay.
If it's because I don't, it's not that I don't have the patience for the younger.
What about college? What about higher?
College? Only thing I think because that'll keep me from it is like moving. I'm really trying to sit down.
Yeah, you want to be here.
I want to just be here for a while.
Yeah.
Because, my career, I've been
Moving your whole life.
The whole time. Like,
Non-stop.
I'm not, I've had opportunities for like extensions, but then something would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had an extension my first year in Germany in Bayreuth. COVID breaks out.
Mm.
They had to take it back off the table, and then somewhere I forgot where, but something else happened.
Favorite city?
Favorite city?
U.S. and outside too.
Ooh. Outside, man, I was like in Istanbul for real.
Ooh.
Yeah, Istanbul is like
Istanbul is nice.
that.
Okay.
There's a lot to do.
Yeah.
The traffic is terrible.
Yeah, I think I've only been once.
Dogs and cats. I mean, everywhere.
Wild dogs everywhere, cats everywhere. They got
Yeah.
dingoes running around.
Hey, those street dogs is smart, bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that's their city. It's their city. But nah, like it was love over there. Like it was just a lot to do. Food is amazing.
Yeah.
You can just go. It's just beautiful places and stuff. Good experience. U.S. That's a toughie.
That is a tough one. Favorite U.S. city?
Favorite? I don't know. Favorite U.S. city.
That's
man.
a tough one.
What's crazy is like I ain't really been nowhere. I mean, I have, but not really to spend quality time, like vacation time.
So you're going.
I was just
Edmond?
recently.
You're going to Arcadia. Where are you going?
I'm
Oklahoma
always
City?
Arcadia. I'm always at the crib. I can spend the rest of my life.
All right, all right.
Everybody know that.
All right.
Cause I'm chill. I don't need much. But I would say like, I just went to Vegas recently for like fun. It's cool.
Yeah,
But you can't spend much time there.
That's not the. Nah,
Nah, it's not really like you can't spend much time there.
Nah.
I don't really.
I recently went to Austin.
How'd you like that?
I like Austin.
I like Texas for sure.
I like Austin. I've been recently trying to figure out where I would like to. I like Austin.
That's cool.
Austin was decent, and they real kind of trendy, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
cool
really?
vibe. Yeah, they're trendy. So, fun fact. It's not a fact. I guess Austin is like one of the more trendier places in like this region where we're at, Midwest.
That is
like a
first.
trendy. Yeah,
First for me.
It was cool. It was like there was scenery, greenery. It was nice. I liked it.
That's a first for me.
For me, Austin. What is one drill that you think kind of transformed? If you could hand off one drill or one concept in basketball, something that you've learned that you could pass off to somebody, what would it be?
A drill?
A drill, a concept, a framework, something that's changed the way you see the game or see basketball.
Ooh.
For me, honestly, and just to give you a little reference.
Yeah, give me an example.
For me, like, I would tell everybody that they need to be doing form shooting.
Form shooting?
Yeah. I would tell everybody that form shooting
Yes.
and extended form shooting, you have to do.
Yes, and that's one of my pregame workouts.
Yeah.
Every time I have to do
I think
either
that's
3
like-
spots of 5 or like 5 spots
And
just
so
form shooting.
as a professional, like that's kind of where you go. I'm talking even like high school, college, you need to be doing you need to be 100 form shots made before like a day. I'm talking like 5 spots, 10 makes, 5 spots, 10 makes, 10 to 15 foot. I call those extended form shooting. That's kind of what I credit that kind of philosophy and that system to a lot of my success in being able to shoot and score the ball and play basketball. So that's one thing that I would tell people.
That, and I would say for shooting, my dad taught me this drill was like the windshield wiper one.
Yeah.
We're just going elbow to elbow.
Yep.
And I love that drill because that was when I realized the feeling of when my makes and versus my misses.
Mm-hmm.
It taught me, it wired my brain into, it wired my brain into the feeling of what a make feel like.
Yeah.
The feeling and the technique and the muscle memory. And my dad, he taught me and my brother that drill, and it locks me into a rhythm. You know, when people get in them hot zones, like
Yeah.
I feel like that drill mimics that scenario when you
running them off.
Yeah, when you just running them off and you just, but in movement as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah, that's big. That's something that's also another staple. And it's funny. I asked that, man, because when you really boil it down, the game hasn't changed. The people, the ones who are doing it at the highest levels have been doing the same thing for a long time. And I think that the confusion comes with the novelty. The confusion comes with everybody trying to be new and be different and do something different and have names. I think that the way that we used to do things worked just fine.
Look, I'm glad you brought this up because I just seen this clip. It was I seen it on like IG or something. And this dude, you know, there's people that's like streaming, they talking. This dude was comparing Chris Bosh to Nas Reed. And he was saying like it was clips of Chris Bosh in the mid post, just doing jabs, one dribble, he's scoring like prime Chris Bosh.
Okay.
And he compared him to Nas Reed, and he was Nas Reed like doing all this, basically saying Nas Reed, if Chris Bosh is a Hall of Famer, Nas Reed is gonna be way better. And I was like, just because he's doing more, like with the ball, like, but I'm like, bro, this is where the game is getting lost.
Yeah, no,
because you just I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
No, I think you're right, man, and that was my point. Is like when we boil it down to the people who are doing it at the highest levels, they're doing the same things. They're not doing a whole bunch of new tricks and trying to find new ways to just do the things that you know work and do them over and over again. And that is kind of the path to success. And it's boring, it's monotonous, it's not pretty, it doesn't get you any likes, it doesn't, you know, but that is the way to success. And so just seeing these drills that we have done, like I have a core group I've got a drill bank and there's like 5 things in there. Somebody asked me the other day, what's your go-to move? I don't have one. I shoot and then I do a pump fake.
Yeah.
I don't have a move. I shoot the ball, and if I can't shoot it, then I pump fake.
See, that's what I'm saying. Simple
Very
is
simple.
more. Simple is more.
Very simple.
Like, it took this meaning. It took a little bit for me to understand this meaning when my dad used to tell me, like, look, basketball is chess, not checkers. It's literally chess. And it took me a little bit to figure out because, like you just said, if I score here, I'm going to come down to the same spot. I'm a pump fake because I know he got to come up because I just made this shot. So I'm going to just pump fake and go past him. That's chess. And I was just like, and now you're a better player because you can come down, do an in and out, snatch back, hezzy, cross back, step back again, fade into the baseline.
Well,
but it's like, you just got the same, but then you come down, pump fake, one dribble, pull up.
Right. And it's efficient.
It's efficient.
But when I say when I say it's efficient, I don't mean it's efficient by just the way it's scoring. It's efficient in all the means. Your energy, it's efficient. Because I'm not wasting energy doing all these moves. Because yes, you can do it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. What happens when fourth quarter, third quarter comes around? So when we're talking about being efficient, it's energy out. It's how much energy you're expending. And so trying to go from catch ball to 3 points on the board, what's the quickest way to do that? Or 2 points on the board, what's the quickest way to do that? It's with a shot. And then the next quickest way is with 1 dribble. And the next quickest way is with 2 dribbles. And then 3 dribbles, right? It goes down that way. So I tell people, the more dribbles you take, your percentage just keeps crawling downwards. If you pump fake and then dribble the ball, well, your percentage just decreased. Before you even shot that ball, your percentage already just cut itself.
Exactly.
Already cut itself. Before you had the chance to then make the shot, you already cut yourself off.
Man.
You know what I mean? So just think about that when you're trying to put the ball in the basket. Think about what's the most efficient way to get there.
Yes, and then think about the defense. Do you have space for all this dribbling?
Right.
No.
Right.
You have to be. That's the thing overseas that I had to learn too, was the spacing and the decision making had to be sharp because you're dealing with it's a higher level in college, like because you're playing with bigger, stronger dudes and smarter dudes, your decision making has to be so spot on because you'll mess up everything. Mm-hmm. You'll mess up everything. If you get a 1 more to you and you're not shooting it, people are expecting you. Yeah, and you don't shoot it, it's
selfish. They
are going to chew you out.
But you won't. But we could talk about this all day. I love that. But that is funny, man, because people don't get that. I yell at people when they don't shoot the ball. I'm going to yell at you.
Yeah,
shoot the ball. You're messing up the entire offense.
You mess it up because you don't shoot it. You drive.
You mess everybody up.
You mess everything
up.
And
now your point guard is angry,
pissed.
So you got to run all the way back out there, get the ball, do like this.
Yeah,
big man got to run all the way up there. You messed up the whole offense.
Whole thing, man.
Yeah, man. We can talk about this all day, man. Yeah. Hey, that's beautiful. I want to get you out of here. Before we get out of here, though, I want to ask you 2 questions that we normally ask. All right. First one is one person that has had a big impact on your mental health, as far as on the court, off the court. Who was? We're going to talk about a player. One player.
Oh, a player.
A player friend. A
player
big homie.
Friend. That's
friend, big homie. Some, you know what I mean?
Oh. There's a few, like you. I remember it in 2020.
You said Frank, yeah.
2022, I hit you up when I was in Hamburg because I was struggling, like, just mentally. And I hit you, and you told me, we talked it out. Then I had like 3 straight games of 20 plus.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then, Dominique Franks, sending me those devotionals.
Yeah.
And then also Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Anderson.
Yeah.
Man, been huge for me. He prays for me and then also just encouraging me to keep going. And there's a lot of people, man. Even
for sure.
I mean, there's a lot of people and people overseas as well.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Secondly, how do you practice self-love?
How do I practice?
How do you practice self-love? What do you do for yourself, Juice?
What I do for myself, man, prayer. Prayer is powerful.
Yeah.
Prayer is powerful, man. Prayer is powerful. Jesus is everything. Jesus is king. Depending on him, man, just lay all your troubles and anxieties on him, and he's gonna pull you through whatever you're going through. And you don't even have to pray for, you don't even have to say to help me in all these situations. Nothing bad has to happen to you for you to just pray. You can just pray, just to be thankful. And so that's my thing, is just being thankful for every little thing, like just saying thank you for just being here and stuff. Like,
I think a lot of times we get into that mode, man, of like you said, nothing has to be wrong.
No, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's my scripture that I live by is 1 Peter 5:6. Is humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, you'll be exalted in due time, which I got tatted on me, because I feel like just being humble and just knowing that everything will be all right. Mm-hmm. But in due time is important. It ain't gonna happen when you want to. It's gonna be on his time, man.
One of the kindest, nicest, well-rounded human beings I know, man. For real, my brother. I appreciate you, bro. Solid dude. You've been one of my best friends since we was kids, bro. I appreciate your friendship. You're a brother to me.
Appreciate it, man.
Tell the people where they can find you.
At the crib.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm here. I'm in OKC.
IG. What's your socials?
You can find me on IG, Twitter.
At what?
Snapchat at Juice_Woodard. That's where you can find me. Follow, like, and subscribe. No, I ain't got nothing like that. So, but
Juice, I appreciate you, man, for coming on here. I wish you the best. I wish you could play until your time is done, until you want to be done. I wish your family the best, man. Praying for you guys. Health and wealth, my brother. Love.
Thank you. I can ask you questions?
You can ask me.
When are you playing? When are you playing?
Man,
I'm gonna ask you on the microphone.
For all y'all that's a good question.
Yes.
Am I playing right now, man? It's up to God. It's in God's hands. I'm working, I'm rehabbing, I'm still doing what I do, waking up every day and getting to the gym, taking care of my body the best way I know how. Right now, I'm playing. I'm trying to build up my capacity to handle the stresses of the overseas life, man. That's where I hope to go back to, and I think I'll be able to, man. But like I said, it's up to God and how my body's feeling. It's feeling good right now. So just being able to last and make sure that I can play a duration and not just one game or a week or whatever. Be able to last the whole season. So building that up right now.
It's very hard to mimic that overseas stresses.
I know, that's the thing, man. And that seriously, like that's the thing is it's very hard to mimic the stress that comes that you're faced with. So, and obviously not just that, but the tour-a-days.
I know,
you know, and so like
you've been doing tour-a-days?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
Know? And that's the thing is like that's the first step. So right now it's just being able to run, jump, dunk as fast as I can, being able to get to full capacity, and then building up the endurance. That's kind of my next level right now is building up the endurance. Then we'll enter in the tour-a-days and be ready to go, man. But it's a journey. You know how that is.
It sure is, man.
You know how that is.
Y'all can find Obi Megano at
I mean, hey, I appreciate y'all for coming on here, tuning in. This is the One by One podcast. James Woodard. Peace.